Thank you, Dr. Udestam. Thank you, faculty, members, always, university leaders, alumni, and staff colleagues for joining us today. As Dr. Udestam said, we were founded in 1974 very proudly in Santa Barbara, California. Fielding Graduate University's purpose is to educate leaders, scholars, and practitioners in order to create a more just and sustainable world. And as Shell already pointed out, our values are academic excellence, the notion of creating a lifelong learning community, a focus on diversity and equity, a care for social justice, and fundamentally, we're about transformational learning. Our founders were UCSB professors. They were intellectuals from other parts of the country, including the University of Chicago, and they went on to do other things in their lives as well as create Fielding. And for those of you who know Santa Barbara well, you would know that there are a number of innovative educational institutions here, and Santa Barbara has a right to be proud of that. Our alumni went on to establish the Pacifica Graduate Institute and Antioch University, both in Santa Barbara. Many of our graduates have their own clinical and coaching businesses also in the community. And one of the reasons I bring this up is since the year 2000, Fielding has been the recipient of generous support from Montecito Bank and Trust and the Community Dividends Program. We've had a number of scholarships awarded to our graduate students who reside in the county, and I think it's worth noting the long-term commitment that Montecito Bank and Trust has made to Fielding students and to their success. And as for our graduates, graduation's a special milestone in one's life, and every time I don these robes and I think about walking with our graduates, my heart is full, as most teachers and educators are, when we stand up and recognize the accomplishment of others. It's such a result, graduation truly is, of years of hard work, of rising to intellectual challenges, particularly graduate education, for those of you who've had the honor of being graduate students yourselves. The work is rewarding. It also advances our students' careers. It's also challenging, and it can also be, hopefully, transformational on other levels as well. Many of our students devote financial resources. They trade time with family and friends for time spent researching on a social issue that they care about, or developing new skills, or expanding their areas of expertise. And at the same time, graduation is usually a very happy time, and we love to celebrate it at Fielding. And I feel particularly moved today since it's been 2.5 years since I've stood at a podium and made a speech about graduation, so I'm a little overwhelmed. But our students don't do it alone, as is always the case. In addition to family, friends, and loved ones, they also do it because of the support of their faculty and our staff, and all that take part, right? We do nothing alone. I also want to take a moment and acknowledge that for many of us, arriving at this point has not been without our own personal and professional challenges, but collectively and individually, we do strive to meet them, and we have persevered.